This is an iHeart podcast.
Hey sis, it's Mandy Money from the Brown Ambition podcast. Are you wondering, how am I going to break free from this paycheck to paycheck life? How do I get into the stock market? Is that my 401k? Is it my HSA? What even are these things? We have y'all covered at Brown Ambition. I'm your host, Mandy Money. I'm a career and money expert. I help women start building generational wealth to get the dose of empowerment, strategy, and community that only Brown Ambition can offer. Listen to Brown Ambition on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, when's the last time you've listened to Hot 99.5? Because we have all of the hit music, but also a lot more. Like Intern John in your morning show. I'm Elizabeth Bethany. I want to make sure you always know about the latest events, deals, and things we're making fun of around the DMV.
I love this station. You talk about real stuff.
And Nick Gomez gets you access to all of your favorite artists. And we're all giving a bunch of things away every day. In fact, you might even be able to win $1 million.
Oh, snap, I won, kill. Awesome.
We're DC's #1 hit music station, Hot 99.5.
Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're talking about outsiders, women who marched to the beat of their own drum and rejected stereotypes about what women should be. They're aesthetic pioneers, norm benders, and often some of the only women in their field. With a beehive hairdo, thick black eyeliner, and a husky voice, today's Womanican blended soul and jazz to make a sound for the modern age. She crashed onto the music scene in the mid-aughts with her hits Back to Black and Rehab. Her clashes with the press and personal struggles turned public made her all the more notorious. Please welcome Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse was born on September 14, 1983, in a small suburb outside London to Russian Jewish parents. Her father was a cab driver and her mother was a pharmacist. Her older brother Alex did not give her a warm welcome. He didn't like her brand new baby smell. From an early age, Amy loved music. Many of her uncles were jazz musicians. She'd set her father's record spinning and listened starry-eyed as Frank Sinatra crooned Fly Me to the Moon. She also loved hip-hop. At age 10, she formed her own rap duo with a friend called Sweet and Sour, modeled after Salt and Peppa. Amy was smart and mouthy. When she wasn't reading books, she was getting into arguments with her teachers. Once, in secondary school, she declared, "I'm going to go to stage school." Her teacher replied, "Amy, stage school is a dream. It's not what people really do." Amy proved that teacher wrong. She soon won a scholarship to the Sylvia Young Theater School, which she left before graduating, though some reports have claimed she'd been expelled for not applying herself and for piercing her nose. Later, Amy attended the Brit School for the Performing Arts and Technology. On the weekends, she sang jazz with big bands at the Cockpit Theater and performed solo sets with her guitar in the backs of pubs. When she was 16 years old, one of her friends offered to pass one of her tapes along to his manager, Nick Shemansky. Nick liked the tape. Amy got her big break. When she was just 19 years old, Amy signed a deal with Island Records. In 2003, Amy released her first record called Frank. It was met with critical acclaim, though Amy, always self-critical, wasn't happy with how the album turned out. While her management company pushed her to work on a second record, Amy instead spent hours a day, several days a week, at the local pub in Camden playing pool. It was around that time she met Blake Fielder Civil. Amy was so infatuated during their summer affair that she got a tattoo of his name on her left breast. When Blake left her, Amy was in shambles. Discussions of Amy's private life often overshadowed discussions of her artistry. Tabloids often reported on her public outbursts, drug arrests, and concerts cut short due to excessive drunkenness. She channeled her heartbreak and pain into her second album, released in 2006, called Back to Black. She wrote the titular song in 3 hours. The record cemented her as a star. To this day, it's one of the best-selling albums of this century in the United Kingdom. Her hit song, Rehab, includes the refrain, "They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no." It became a top 10 hit single in the UK and in the US. In 2008, Amy was set to appear at the Grammy Awards. She was nominated in 6 categories, but she failed the drug test needed for her U.S. visa, which prevented her from appearing in person. She ended up performing over satellite. The night may not have gone as planned, but it was a huge success nonetheless. Amy won 5 awards, including one for Best New Artist. Back to Black was Amy's last album. She continued to work and tour, but struggled to write more songs. In early 2011, she canceled her European tour after forgetting lyrics and common facts like the city she was performing in on stage. Amy's best friend told the press in 2021, Amy was a girl in her 20s suffering from addiction, and everybody was watching it. She added, "When you go to rehab, you have to be the strongest you've ever been in your life, when you were the weakest you've ever been in your life, and she had to go through that in front of people." Amy was found dead in her home in London on July 23, 2011. She was just 27 years old, the same age as other music legends Kurt Cobain, Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, and Janis Joplin when they passed away. The coincidental similarities of these deaths has led to the concept of the 27 Club, an informal list of musicians whose lives tragically ended young. Later, the cause of Amy's death was ruled to be alcohol poisoning. Her older brother Alex also believed that bulimia played a factor. Following her passing, her parents established the Amy Winehouse Foundation to inform and support people through the effects of drug and alcohol misuse. All month, we're talking about outsiders. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.
This is an iHeart podcast.